Hello, my name's Hannah, or if you're watching this on friendshipbracelets.net, you might know me better as Fond of Owls. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to make the bracelet, the Sleeping Tiki. First, what you'll need to do is either cut 16 strings and have 2 of each color and then tie a braid at the top or a knot, or you could cut 8 strings, 1 of each color, and fold them in half like I did. And I chose the colors red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then red and orange because you're going to need 8 on each side. And it's very important to have them lined up in the exact same order on each side like I do. If you've never made a Sleeping Tiki bracelet before, I would say a good length to have your string cut at is 120 centimeters. If you decide that's too short or too long for you, you can always experiment and see what will work better, but I would say just for experimenting, 120 centimeters of string would work best. Now first, I'm going to get the tape off of these strings. I taped them down so you could see them better. What I'm going to do first is just do a basic chevron, starting with my red on the left side. And if you have made a chevron bracelet before, then that's really good. It'll help give you some background on this. And so I'm going to first go over the orange. Then the yellow. Then the green. And the blue, the purple, and these will all be forward knots since it's just like starting a simple chevron. Then I go over my second red, and my second orange. And then we're going to let this red string hang out in the middle. Now on the right side, I'm also going to be removing this tape from the strings. And I'm going to repeat the process exactly the same as I did for this side, but since it's like a chevron, I'm going to be using backward knots with my red string going over the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue, the purple, the red, and the orange. And so by the end of it, this string will be in the middle with its counterpart red string. Now I've zoomed in a little bit. As you can see, I have done my chevron on the right side, and so now the 2 dark red strings that I was working with are in the middle. And so all you're going to do is just tie it like you would to tie a chevron. And it might not look exactly like a chevron. See how it's not exactly in that characteristic diamond shape, and it is a little bit spread out. That's okay. Don't get discouraged if that happens. It's just it will sort of grow tighter as you continue making the bracelet. Now the next step is to repeat exactly what I did with this red string, but you're going to do it with the orange string. So you're going to take the orange and go over the yellow, the green and the blue, the purple, the red, the orange, and the dark red in the middle. As you can see, I have gone over with the orange on each side. Now my 2 oranges are in the middle. And just like any old regular chevron, I am going to tie 2 forward knots. So really all we've done so far is just a chevron with the red and the orange. Now my string order on each side is yellow, green, blue, purple, light red, light orange, dark red, and dark orange. So I think the next step is where people start to get confused when they're making this bracelet. You're going to take the yellow string, the light yellow string, and you're going to go over the green, the blue, if I can grab a hold of it, then the purple, the light red, the light orange, and the dark red. But you are not going to tie over the orange string in the middle with your yellow. And you'll see why in a little bit. So really you're going to have these 6 strings and you're going to tie over it with your yellow. Okay. So now it might seem kind of weird to just have these strings sitting next to each other like this, because you're not tying the yellow onto the orange. I cannot stress that enough. So you're just going to leave those be. And we're going to come over to the other side. And you will do exactly the same thing. So you will not tie over this orange on this side. If you find that you have trouble remembering not to tie over it, you could always put it up and out of the way. So then you already have your 6 strings right here for you to tie over. I have done the same to the right side, and as you can see, the yellow is not tied onto the orange.